Libras, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I'm shuffling these tarot cards really well. If any fall out, I'm putting them back in the deck until I'm ready for these cards to come out. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the middle card in the first part of the reading. It's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, but you can take from the reading what does resonate. Or think about a private reading. I do private readings. If you just shoot me an email, we can get started. Oh. For those of you who don't have PayPal, I also accept Amazon gift cards. That's to go. Okay, we're getting ready, Libras. We're getting ready to start pulling your cards for your reading. Here we go. For Libra's universe, please give us the cards that Libras need for their reading here for this week. For Libras. Whoa. Okay, they feel anxious. Oh gosh. Okay, for Libras, what else do you need to know? What does the universe have for you? Okay, let's see what we have. Quite a few did come out. So Libras, I always put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. There you are, as a Queen of Swords. So the overall energy of this reading is, the Chariot, moving forward. Yeah. All right. And there you are too, as the Empress. So I have cards left for the second part of the reading. Exactly what we need to finish this reading. So, Libras, the overall energy of your reading is the Chariot. This is the card for Cancer, so Cancer might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But what the Chariot is all about is moving forward. And you can move forward pretty fast if you just snap those reins. So, that's what we're going to talk about. You moving forward from something towards something. Let's keep reading. Up in your highest energy is the Five of Wands, being up in your head, pushing and pulling. You know, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. What am I thinking? And this can have to do with the Wands, which are about fresh starts and new beginnings. So you'd be fighting or struggling with yourself on how to go about this or whether to go about this. These are the two strongest energies in your entire reading. So it does feel like it feels like you're pushing and pulling. You've got these things going on in your mind about how to move forward. What's your best options on moving forward? And it's like you're indecisive right now. I have the Queen of Swords right next to the Five of Wands and above the Chariot. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it is strong Libra. Now, all the kings and queens are very mature in their thinking. All the cards are male or female. And what you're doing here is you have your sword out. And this is like demanding that truth, demanding that clarity, because you really need to make up your mind how you're going to be moving forward. And you're going to do it with truth and clarity here. Very good. I have the Four of Swords next to the Queen of Swords. You're giving this a lot of thought. You're going deep. You're spending time either meditating, praying, or just soul-searching, quiet times. This is a very healing card because this is your time when you allow these swords of truth and clarity to come to you. So you're not only going to demand truth and clarity from others, you're going to demand it from yourself. And this is really going to help you heal and get to this place where you can come out of your head and go ahead and move forward. I have the Wands under the Five of Wands and next to the Chariot. So you're going to be putting down this burden of the Five of Wands, and that is a burden, on how to move forward in your life. See the Wands slipping out? There's no Queen of Wands. So this is a very important card here. You can drop those all at once or one by one, but it looks like you're doing it either way. And on the other side of the Chariot is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But you have this pentacle. And, Libras, they do like to be balanced and they like to be grounded. And this is you. This is your energy. You are balanced and grounded And that's the way you like to be. Right now, you're up in your head about how you're moving forward, but it does involve moving forward and keeping your balance, being able to stay grounded. So you're giving this a lot of thoughts. Right below the Four of Swords, really cherishing that pentacle there, that Queen of Wands. Knowing that you have it. I have the Seven of Wands under the Ten of Wands. There's other people with ideas. There's other people with opinions on how you might want to move forward. So there's more wands. There's wands all the way down the line here. So, this might be part of the confusion, is everybody's got their own idea on how you should be moving forward, but you are hanging on to your own staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. So you can you can sift through all these ideas. These are people who love and care about you. They really want what's best for you, but it can become confusing. Excuse me. Still getting over that cold a little bit. I have the Fool next to the Seven of Wands and right under the Chariot. So the Fool, this is the energy of taking a leap of faith here and moving forward. You're going to have to make a decision. And it seems to me it's all going to boil down to taking a leap of faith. You got to choose something, You can't just stay up in your head. So I think you're going to do that. I think that you're going to figure something out, and you're just going to say, okay, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to move forward. I have the Empress right next to the Fool and under the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Libra or Taurus. So we know you're Libra. But this card comes out. It's to remind you of what a beautiful person you are. You are kind, thoughtful, loving, considerate, respectful, and I can go on and on. You deserve good things. You deserve somebody in your life, if you're thinking of moving forward with someone, which I don't see yet. But in moving forward, you really need to surround yourself with those who have a lot of the same qualities. The Empress is, if you're a parent, you're a very good parent. Sometimes it can represent a pregnancy. So, that could be what all this is about. But the Empress deserves the best. And the Empress, it's a very powerful card, whether you're male or female. Very loving. I mean, everybody loves the Empress. And you just need to stay true to yourself and moving forward. Let's see what else we have that came out for the second part of your reading here. Yes, there is someone coming in. I have the Six of Pentacles next to the Four Swords. Oh, okay. So somebody you feel has been breadcrumbing you. You are, I think, in a relationship or the beginnings of a relationship. And I feel like you have been putting in more to this relationship than what you've been getting back. This is what you're in your head about. You want to move forward. You need to figure something out here, and that's exactly what you're doing. So, being up in the Four of Swords, up there, letting those swords of truth and clarity come to you, you're realizing there are some things going on you're just not totally happy with. In a relationship, it became a burden, but you're going to put the burden down. You're up in your head about it. You will be moving forward, and you are going to take a leap of faith. Now, I know you're feeling like maybe you're putting in more energy than the other person into this relationship. And Libra, you do have a way of getting up in your head sometimes, okay, if you're a true Libra. But I have the Ace of Pentacles next to the Six of Pentacles. So, being grounded, that pentacle that I was pointing out there with the Queen of Pentacles, is so important to you. You do want a stable and a grounded relationship, maybe even a commitment. And that's what you're kind of moving forward towards. That's what you want to move forward towards. I have the King of Swords next to the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, here's your soulmate. They are a soulmate. So, because I have the King and the Queen of Swords here. That's a soulmate relationship. And it's based on truth and clarity through conversation. So guess what? This truth and clarity with the Queen of Swords at the beginning of your reading, it's going to draw out from this King of Swords, male or female, what they're thinking. Okay, you're going to find out how they want to move forward, what their truth is. And that's what you need to know, because in order to get out of your head, that's what you need to know. Are they, looking like, at this relationship like they want a commitment? Or you go, because I have a feeling, because it's the King of Swords, they're a little guarded on their feelings. They may not tell you everything that they're thinking and feeling. You may have to like pry it out of them. But I have the Four of Wands next to the Queen of Pentacles and under the Six of Pentacles. They are a very strong soulmate. Look at the 7 there. This is a card of celebration, a card of love. It's a card of marriage in the tarot deck. It can be. And very strong soulmate energy. So they'd be more reserved. They not be feeding as much into this relationship as you would like for them to. You might be putting more in than they are at the moment, but it's only because they're reserved and because they're just more, I guess reserved is the best I can, say as far as how they are. I have the Knight of Swords next to the Four of Wands, right under the Ace of Pentacles. So the Knight of Swords, this is taking action, and you are taking action like with the Queen of Swords and seeking that truth and clarity, but you want to move forward with it. So whatever you find out, you want to move forward with. Taking action. You know a lot. You have a sixth sense, okay? So you have this powerful intuition about you. Look at the infinity symbol there. You have all the tools it takes to make a relationship work. You can manifest what it is that you want. And I think you manifested this person, this King of Swords, into your life. So you want to just make it all come true. You want to make it all come together. You want to move forward with this soulmate. But you need to get to the bottom of some things. You need to understand some things in order to move forward. And you really are itching to move forward here. I have the Lovers right under the Four of Wands and next to the Empress. So they do have a lot of the same qualities as you. It's right next to the Empress. This is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this is a very strong soulmate connection under the Four of Wands. There's no denying. They feel the same connection that you do, even though they probably have not told you that in so many words, They're going to, because you need to know. So, you've been lovers in a prior life. You're definitely soulmates in another life. So you've known each other for a very long time. And they do have a lot of those same qualities. I think this is really going to turn into something beautiful in the end, the way these cards are falling out. You have the Nine of Cups next to the Lovers, right under the Knight of Swords. You need to know if you can hand all those cups of love out that you have in your heart. You have so much love in your heart. And you want to know, can you hand them out and believe that, this is going the right direction? So this is part of the truth that you need to know, Maybe you need to speak your truth and let them know how you feel. But you also need to know how they feel in moving forward. The Nine of Cups is right next to the King of Cups, and that's under the Magician. You manifesting this person in. Maybe they have water in their chart, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But I just feel like they're holding back that huge cup of love. I feel like they have a huge cup of love. They just haven't really been handing it out because they're very reserved. They're very cautious about moving forward, even though they do feel that very close connection with you. Okay, so King of Cups. Look at that big old cup there. They're mature thinking. They're mature-minded. They're just being careful. They really are. You manifested them into your life. They're here. Now you really want to move forward with them, and you're like unsure about how they feel about moving forward with them. You want them to take a leap of faith, and you want to take a leap of faith with them. But there's such a strong connection for you. I'm going to take out an angel card. We're going to find out what your guardian angels and spirit guides have to say. They have a message for you, and it may not have to do with this reading. Whatever it is, I'm going to read it to you. Libras, please. Our Libras. Our Libras. Oh, there it is. There it is. Glasses on. Okay, so this card is called the Seven of Emotion. I'm going to read it to you. Your angels are asking you to make an important decision that you've been putting off. It's likely you know which choice you should make, but you're procrastinating so you don't upset someone else. So yeah, you've been putting this off. That's why you're up in your head. You know, you're wondering how you're going to work this out. How are you going to do this? Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you truly are, and you are the Empress. So remember that. That's the decision you should make. You deserve to have someone in your life with a lot of those same qualities that you have. And so if you need to ask, flat out ask, because they're so reserved and coming out with it, then you're just going to have to do it in order to move forward with this very strong soulmate. So Libra, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot. I want to thank guardian angels and spirit guides for helping me deliver you this message.